The assassination of Ito-san and the destruction of the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb was later known as the Aburano Koji incident. Both the Shinsengumi and the guard were surprised by the sudden appearance of Satsuma troops and by the demons who accompanied them. Both parties had fallen for the Satsuma trap, and the battlefield was thrown into confusion. During the fight, Heisuke was mortally wounded and had no choice but to drink the water of life and become a fury or die. As the Battle of Aburano Koji was taking place, the headquarters of the Shinsengumi came under attack from Chikage Kazuma. The monstrous thing my father had made was slowly devouring the Shinsengumi. How long before the water of life swallowed them whole? December 1867. Scarcely a month had passed since Aburano Koji. Saito-san and Heisuke had returned, but the Shinsengumi was hardly back to normal. A dark, tense atmosphere pervaded the compound. Many men had lost their lives in Kazuma's attacks. We can skip this. Yeah. We can skip this until we reach the part where... Hello, I don't want to go through you again, sir.
大丈夫だったか?
Thank you for helping me.
礼には及ばねえ。俺は三男さんに大気を守らせただけだ。前は俺にあんなことを言わせるような人じゃなかったんだがな。
I looked down. It's true, Sanan-san had been acting strange lately. He would have never drawn his sword as aggressively as he just did before he drank the serum. I'm sorry.
どうした、いきなり。お前が詫びることじゃねえだろうが。
Well, the reason why Sanan-san was acting the way he did in the first place was because Kazuma destroyed the Fury Corpse. After I said this, Hijikata-san paused and reflected to himself before responding.
お前、何か勘違いしてねえか?
え?
あいつらは薩長の一味。つまり、俺たちの敵ってことだ。敵が来たら、視力を尽くして戦うのは当たり前だろうが。
You spoke with so much conviction, but it's none of your responsibilities to protect me.
じゃあなんだ? あいつらの方が俺たちより強いから、お前を奴らに差し出して命乞いするべきだってのか? そんなな武士のやり方じゃねえ。少なくとも俺たちは一度決めたことをてめえの都合でコロコロ覆すような、そんな腰抜け連中を目指してるつもりはねえんだ。
Hijikata-san was so confident with what he was saying, and I felt there was no real contention to his claim. Even if he wouldn't say as much, I'm sure he knows that kicking me out of the Shinsengumi would make their lives so much easier. But if they did that, it would be a violation of the values they pride themselves on upholding. I'm sorry if what I said was out of line.
詫びる必要はねえって言ってんだろうが。何度も同じことを言わせるな。
Hijikata-san said this timidly, muttering under his breath before looking down in my direction.
もしまた今日みてえなことがあったら、遠慮せずに俺に言え。山崎や島田を通して伝えてくれてもいい。
Understood. Hijikata-san nodded and turned to leave, but I realized I had one thing left to say.
なんだ? まだ何かあるのか?
There were so many warriors who were injured as a result of the attack on the compound. Saito-san hadn't been present for long recently, and Kondo-san was occupied with his meeting with the Bakushin. Similarly, I had a feeling Hijikata-san was feeling the pressure of all of his duties lately. I wish that I could be helping him in some capacity, but I might get in their way.
おい、どうした？黙っててもわからねえぞ。
I want to help. Is there anything I could help you guys with? It could be anything. Please, just let me help.
手伝いだと？
He followed his response with a sour expression that intimidated me. Well, had he become upset by my question? Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything at all. No, if I back down now, nothing will change. Please, it could be anything small. The silence stretched out so long I thought I was going to scream.
大使が行くよりは目立たねえな。筆と紙だ。筆と紙を持ってこいっつってんだ。お前の部屋にはそんなものもねえのか？
Yes, right away. I scrambled across the room, grabbed a brush and paper, and handed them to Hijikata. He took them silently, still scowling, and quickly began to draw. A map? What is that? He ignored me and continued drawing.
斎藤が三浦の警護で天満屋に詰めてるのは知ってるな。
はい。
あいつに渡してほしいものがある。届けてきてくれ。
Do you think I can?
なあ、大使に行かせると目立っちまってしょうがねえからな。お前なら怪しまれることはまずねえだろう。任せて大丈夫だな。
Hi, of course. Sir. I was thrilled to help, of course, but I was even more ecstatic to be given a task especially suited to me. However, that does put a lot of pressure on me.
こいつが地図だ。これを見ながら行きゃ迷子にはならねえだろう。
Right, thank you. The map was pretty straightforward, but I still barely knew my way around Kyo. Without it, I likely would have gotten lost. All right, I'm going. I turned to leave, and only a concerted effort kept me from skipping towards the door.
おい、手ぶらで行ってどうするんだよ。届け物だっつっただろうが。
Yep, whoops. We got too excited. Sorry, I got carried away.
たく、久々の外出だからって浮かれすぎだぜ。そんな調子で大丈夫なのか？
Yes, of course. We'll do a great job.
これが斎藤に渡す書状だ。浮かれて落としたりするなよ。
I'll be very careful. Is there anything you want me to tell him?
特にね、必要なことは全部書状に書いてある。
Understood. Then I'm off. This time I wasn't able to fully subdue the urge to skip. But even as I hurry, I have to be careful. Still, I wonder if it was really okay for him to trust me with all this. We trust Hijikata. No, Hijikata-san trusted me to do this. I needed to fulfill the task given to me. Keeping this in mind, I decided I was prepared for the mission, and I left to deliver Saito's letter. First, I slipped the letter into my kimono, and I double-checked to make sure it wouldn't fall out. Next, I carefully unfolded the map Hijikata-san had drawn out for me. Hijikata-san placed enough faith in me to get the job done, so I had to be sure I did things correctly. Okay, so I go this way on this street. According to this map, it looks like I have a long way to go. I better hurry or it's going to be evening by the time I get there. Maybe I should run there. I wanted to ensure I take all safety precautions, of course, but I was overwhelmed with a sense of duty to the point that I couldn't help but feel running would make sure I complete the task on time. I think this is the place. I checked the house number etched into the lantern that was posted in front of the building. I was sure I'd arrived at the correct location. I'd been told earlier that Saito had taken a room under the name Yamaguchi. Sumimasen. I have business with a person who is staying here. After speaking with the clerk, Saito came out shortly after. Yamaguchi. Sorry to bother you.
Yukimura? あんたが来たのか?
One of his eyebrows shifted up fractionally in response to my presence. Clearly, he seemed surprised. I'm sorry you got someone as inexperienced as me.
いや、そんなことはない。少し意外に思っただけだ。そろそろ連絡がある頃合いだとは思っていたが、副長があんたを使いによこすとはな。
Well, I asked if there was anything I could do to help, and he was kind enough to let me help like this today.
だが妙案だ。
Huh? It is?
俺の顔を知っている他の大使を使いによこせば、この場所を知られてしまう。かといって昨日今日入ったような新参の大使をよこすわけにもいかん。どこかの患者かもしれんからな。疑われることなく使いに出せて、どこの息もかかっていない人間。さすが副長だ。これ以上の人選はありえん。
Saito's explanation made me realize how much Hijikata-san had thought this plan through. After I made the request to help him, he had considered all of this and gave me the order. Hijikata-san truly was a brilliant mind.
では書状を。
Oh, of course. I pulled out the letter and handed it over. He tore it open and read it over quickly, then laid it on a nearby lantern and watched patiently until it was nothing more than ash. Saito-san.
山口だ。
Right, Yamaguchi. Are you sure it was okay to burn it?
もう目は通した。こんなものをいつまでも残しておくと、誰かに読まれぬとも限らん。
Ah, of course.
役目ご苦労だったな。感謝する。
Oh, well, just doing my job. No need for thanks. I certainly hadn't done anything very impressive, because anyone could have done it, but it did feel nice to be thanked. I was useful to everyone. Now that the job was done, though, I wasn't quite sure what I should do next. We immediately return. I should return to the compounds immediately. Although I was given permission to leave for this mission, I'm still not permitted to go outside. Alright, I'm heading back.
ああ、気をつけて帰れ。
I went back the same way I'd come, but by the time I returned to the Shinsengumi compound, the sun had set completely. I hope I wasn't too late. Hopefully Hijikata-san wouldn't be too mad. This thought weighed heavily on my mind as I went to Hijikata-san's room to report to him. Hijikata-san, it's Yukimura. I'm back.
Ah, 入る。
Right. As I stepped in, the first thing I saw were piles of documents stacked upon his desk. I gulped.
ご苦労だったな。斎藤の様子はどうだった？
He was his usual self.
そうか。それは何よりだ。
I wonder what had gone over Hijikata-san. His mood seemed far more foul than when I had left. I hope it wasn't anything serious. Gome.
なんだいきなり。お前まさか書状を届ける途中で何かヘマでもやらかしたのか？
No, of course not.
じゃあなぜ今謝った？
Well, you look really upset. I thought you were mad that I'd taken so long. After hearing what I had to say, Hijikata-san seemed to sigh, as if relieved it wasn't something more dire.
別にお前に腹を立ててたわけじゃねえよ。俺はお前のことでいつも頭がいっぱいなわけじゃねえからな。
I'm sorry. Perhaps my words lean too heavily towards self-deprecation.
だからいちいち謝るんじゃねえって言ってんだろうが。
I'm sorry. I mean, okay.
たく。
Hijikata-san's stony expression finally seemed to soften, even letting out a little chuckle. I was embarrassed because I kept messing up, but it really does warm the heart to see Hijikata-san smile like you did. So then, if you don't mind me asking, what had you so upset then?
そうだな。お前がよく知ってる通り、新選組の内情もごちゃごちゃしてるんだが、それ以上にお上の方がよくねえ。
Higher ups?
お前ももうよそ者じゃねえし、話してやってもいいか。今、薩摩の連中や奴らと懇意にしてる公家どもが動いてやがるらしくてな。もしかすると近々何か騒動が起こるかもしれねえんだ。
What's going to happen? Will there be another huge battle like the Hamaguri Rebellion again? He offered me no reply, instead opting to shake his head and purse his lips.
こればっかりはことが起きてみねえとわからねえ。俺たちがどうこうできることじゃねえからな。
Ah. He sighed deeply each time he spoke, and he rubbed his fingers in circles around his temples. The stress was understandable, though, knowing his decision would affect all of the Shinsengumi men. I can't even imagine what the pressure of that might feel like. Is there anything else I can do to help?
だから今日頼んだじゃねえか。
Please let me do something. If the Shinsengumi is in a rough spot, then please, I just want to help. I want to be useful.
お前な。
Hijikata-san muttered as he stared down his paperwork.
少しはてめえの力を自覚しろ。いくらやる気があってもお前は斎藤や山崎、島田とは違う。新八や原田みてえな荒っぽい真似ができるわけでもねえ。人に仕事を振るっつうのはお前が思ってるほど簡単じゃねえんだよ。
His words struck me like a knife in my gut. But still, he had a point. I was just eager to earn my keep here. I knew, however, that it wasn't my place to think I could do the same jobs as the other captains. So I was resigned to the fact that there was nothing I could do to relieve some of Hijikata-san's burden. But I understand that I can't be much help in the fighting department. But I truly understand just how hard everyone else is working. It could be even the smallest task, so please. I bent down as far as I could. Please, I'm begging you. Let me help you guys. Hijikata-san looked down at me dubiously for a little while, then eventually...
たく。
I heard him move and felt something touch my chin. I opened my eyes to see his fingers under my chin. warm and dry. He lifted my face up until I was looking straight into his eyes. He was so close to me I could feel his breath. His gaze seemed to pass right through me, and its intensity turned my stomach upside down.
役に立ちたいと言ったな。
はい。
それはどうしてなのか答えられるか。
Why? I mean, but I couldn't answer right away. I couldn't come up with something quickly enough.
手柄を立ててえのか。それとも俺たちの機嫌をとって扱いを良くしてもらおうって魂胆か。
No, yeah. I answered this confidently.
じゃあなぜだ？言ってみろ。
For all of those times that you guys protected me. There were even times when you put your life on the line and people got hurt. Everyone has protected me over and over again. So, I just want to give back to all of you. I don't want to regret anything anymore. The image of Heisuke being gravely injured during the Aburano Koji incident rushed back to me. He drank the water of life knowing he'd become a fury, and if Kazuma and his demon cohorts were to come after me again in the future, I couldn't make the guarantee that the other men wouldn't be forced to make the same decision. I wasn't capable of fighting the demons with my sword in the way that the other men were. Still, I wanted to do my part to give back. Hijikata stared deeply and silently into my eyes. And then...
なら、そんなに簡単に頭を下げるんじゃねえ。お前は間違ったことを言ってるなんて思ってねえんだろ。
His words awakened me.
てめえの心の中にどうしても譲れねえものがあるって言うんなら、どんな時でも前を見てろ。絶対に目をそらすんじゃねえ。
His eyes were brooding with a fierceness, almost glimmering with an intense light. A light so strong that it could assure any fears or doubts one clung to in their hearts. I looked back at him with all the composure I could muster. I want to help. If there's anything I can do, please let me do it.
いいだろう。
Hijikata-san let my chin go and he walked away silently.
そんなに言うんなら、そうだな。まずは茶でも入れてこい。
You want tea? Okay, sure.
その茶の味には新選組の命運がかかってるんだからな。
Oh, now he has jokes, huh?
とびっきりうまいやつを頼むぜ。
Fucking damn it. Yes, sir. Leave it to me. I rushed to get up and ran out of the room and headed towards the kitchen. Man has some jokes. Just before I was out of earshot, I heard Hijikata-san mumble to himself.
それにしてもどうなっちまうんだろうな、俺たちは。
The Shinsengumi, once solid, now wavered. What would happen to them? What would happen to the Fury Corps? Men were forced to watch as their friends became the undead monsters known as Furies. Was it any wonder that they found themselves conflicted, or that tempers began to rise? Several days later, the order was given to begin the imperial restoration. The emperor would be restored to power, and his court would once again rule the nation. The position of shogun would be abolished, and Kyo's military and judiciary commissioner positions would be eliminated. All that the Shinsengumi had fought for and believed in was falling to pieces. yeah, that's the start of chapter 5. And we're gonna end it there for today.